listen because he is upside down.
Right. No,
I heard there.
Yeah. He's upside down.
Yeah, with the guy that was in front of me. What? Oh, that got the heart going. Is the guy that rolled, is he okay? Do you know if the guy that rolled, is he okay?
I don't know. We just had someone going out. I just heard someone.
Okay.
I have no idea.
The guy in the corner, he was right there with him. Yeah, and he waved me on. Like he said, I'm good, so I kept going.
Yeah.
It's the only way to do it, man. That's what I did last year. This is my redemption run too this year.
Adam, boy, good for you. There's going to be an ATV that's going to pull out behind the glow sticks, and then you're behind the ATV.
Behind the ATV. Okay.
Okay? Have a great time, mate. Be safe. Try and get the first hours in safely.
Absolutely. Keep her slow for the first stage.
Stay in here. I'm going to granny the hell out of it.
Yep, that's my plan. That's what I've done, and that's the only way to finish. Thanks, bud.
Don't beat the machine.
Yep.
All good.
Rider 12 to the line. 4, 3, 2, 1.
thing I've ever challenged myself to, ever.
Yeah,
That's
good
wicked.
job. You made it. Not many people can say that. So
Gold
well
class
done.
solo. I'm hoping
That's
I'm the only one.
Freaking awesome.
Yeah. Well, wasn't that something else, eh, bud?
Fucking awesome.
That guy? That guy did it. Now for the Dacre rescue mission, and it isn't me this year.
Recovery day.
The Dacre recovery day. In the bush. This is the Carex who won the Dacre first place and is now out the very next morning doing rescue. That's Kawasaki. Part 2 of the tow truck build in the forest. And Keith's commander, who also did the Dacre yesterday and ultimately would have been able to finish if he wasn't too smart and played it safe.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say about that. I
Yeah.
think you had it, so.
Yeah, I would have had it if I had more daylight, but I just got nervous and tried to do the responsible parent thing.
And stage 5 was absolutely
Carnage.
carnage. If you didn't hit stage 5 in daylight, it was almost unbeatable.
Yeah.
Maybe tow truck in the bush. No, that's literally what you got to do.
Yeah.
Right there. See, the three of us together, we can do any kind of Dacre.
What?
Solve every problem. More that way, you got a log right here. Yeah, keep going. Look at this. And see, you got lots of clearance. What else can you do? This is the only way to get it out. It's the only way to do it where it'll turn and pivot through the bush. All right.
Now I sound like I got pulled off
There you go.
behind my 8-wheeler.
See, and still lots of clearance. .7 kilometers, we got to pull it out of the bush like this. Saves the day again.
It's a team effort.
No. Go to a flat spot and stop. Like right here, up here. Day one aftermath of the Dacre rally. Not really sure where to begin or really what to say, as I'm not really one for talking in videos and doing YouTube. Just like doing videos and posting stuff of me and my buddies riding and trying to catch some good views and machines and stuff. But I feel I need to talk about this Dacre for anybody thinking of doing it. One, to begin, it's probably the most difficult thing I've ever done in my life. It's absolutely intense. I tried it last year and I didn't make it very far. I had my clutch explode and it took me out quite early. Oh, I gotta try and climb in this thing and drive it out of here. And for the most part, after that event last year, there was a lot of discouraged people and a lot of complaining about how hard it was and it can't be beat, and you know, I don't know, everybody has their own opinions. After last year's event, it was hard to make the decision to come back, but a very easy decision to come back to do it again as well, because it's kind of like you're left with an incompletion and you need that redemption. You have to go back and do it again. And so I spent numerous hours prepping, planning, coming up with a game plan, and I approached this year with a different mindset. And I think anybody who does this, the Dacre, you've really got to understand what it is. And after the completion, I completed it. I got gold solo. And it was probably one of the most emotional things I've ever done. Tough like you wouldn't believe. There'll be guys that say it was easy and you did it in so many hours, and you know, however you want to describe the event. But to really appreciate what Lee is doing for the Dacre, I think you have to complete it. It's to really appreciate what the event really is. It is literally man against machine, mindset, everything. To me, it was absolutely intense. You're in a machine, you're riding for 21 hours in some of the most gnarliest terrain there is. And on any given Saturday, on a weekend ride, I bet anyone who's there would have no problem doing a section here and there on a Saturday afternoon ride. There was nothing that wasn't at the difficult level of 10 where you just couldn't do it. And I think for the most part, everybody who goes the Dacre are very well good at driving and, you know, the prep and so on and so on. But it's another level. Like the stress, the hardness of the rally. It isn't just the 21 hours. It's not just meant to be the toughest terrain and break your machine or anything. It's not. What it is just, I think it's just to define you, to find who you are, challenge you in every way. You know, like you get yourself in some rocks and some mud, you know, on a Saturday, and you get to that point where you kind of get frustrated because you can't get through something, or you just take another run at it. Well, this is 21 hours of that continuously, and keeping your mind calm, your just everything, holding yourself back from braking, keeping your machine together is the hardest thing. It's not as easy as just backing up and going at it again. You have to stay calm, you know, and bouncing off the rocks and bouncing off the trees for hours and hours straight. That's what is hard. That's what makes this event hard. It's not just having the hardest terrain and coming at it and saying it's too hard, it's designed to break your machine. It's up to you if you break your machine. You're the one who's in control. It's not the rally and what it is. It's not the terrain that's been chosen. And again, this is just my perspective on it. I'm sure others would say different. And there's other guys who did it in amazing times and they can fly through that stuff. And props to those guys, because like, that's unbelievable. I did it in 16 hours and 41 minutes. And I got to tell you, if I had to take another hour, I probably couldn't have finished it. It was incredibly hard. I did not stop. I literally had to rein myself in. And anybody who knows how I ride knows I break stuff. And this was a ride I couldn't do that in because I had to finish. This was my goal, my challenge. It's the accomplishment at the end that makes it worth it. And there's a lot of guys who, like I said, I did it in 16 hours and 41 minutes. And that to me was my limit. That was amazing. I had to push myself because I couldn't have gone another hour. And those guys who, you know, did 21 hours before pulling the trigger, props to you guys, because to me, I don't think I could have lasted another hour. I really don't. It was so tough, so extreme. And seeing the discouraged riders and stuff who just had to, you know, pull the pin for their own safety, and because it's the, you know, you got to think like that. That's it. You're the only one in your machine. You've got to make the decision to go on, to push, or do I pull the pin? Like, it's getting dangerous. It's getting reckless. Different terrain is different for everybody. And honestly, I think anybody who's made it as far as you did, or on any stage, is amazing. And they're all winners because it is hard on every level. Is truly a spectacular event. And I don't think making the terrain harder would make a difference. You can make the terrain harder, sure. Some people are going to love it, some people aren't. It's not for everybody. This is not just an event you go on a Saturday and you finish it off. This is personal goals. This is personal challenges. It's pushing you and your machine 100%. 100%. I don't know how to explain it to anybody. And, you know, getting so close to the finish, like I had friends and they could have finished it. They were 100% in line to finish it. They had great timing and everything, and they had a mechanical failure. Their steering rack went. I rode all day. We all rode for as many hours as we possibly could. And then on the next day, we went back into the bush to get our, you know, to make sure that our buddies' machines got out and everybody who broke down was safe. And yeah, you know, some guys can do it in 2-wheel drive, some guys can do it in 4-wheel drive, some guys can do it at 110, some guys can do it at 40, and some guys can't. That doesn't mean you failed, in my opinion. It doesn't mean you're a better rider either. I've heard people say there's no prize, there's no big prize, there's no cash purse at the end. What's the point of it? Well, if you think you can finish it, finish it. That's the point. And that's the most rewarding thing there is. You could put a cash prize on this event. It wouldn't make a difference to me, because it is absolutely the challenge that's worth it. You can't put a dollar sign on the satisfaction you get. You can't put a trophy on it. A trophy doesn't do it for you. Nothing does. You have to complete it. You have to see what the challenge is, and if you can step up to us. Good buddies of mine that got so close, stage 5, and he was in the same class as me, and honestly, if he had to cross the line, he probably could have won it. He probably could have had the points and beat it, because it's not about who can do it the fastest time. There's just so much more to it. I got a buddy who did it, and he made it. He rode longer than I did. He rode hours longer than I did. And he had to call it in the last stage because it was unsafe for him to continue. He felt unsafe. Now, does that make the event uncompletable? No, because it's what I completed it, others completed it. And for someone to have to call it and take a bailout route, that doesn't mean they failed at all. There's so many more aspects to this event that you are first place in and winning in, you know. And the guy I'm talking about, like, the next day he was right there in the bush with us, all of us helping everybody, saving the day, helping friends out, giving them rides out. And it's actually the same guy who gave me a ride to the checkpoint when I was out last year. And that's Keith. You know, high props to that guy. He is a true hero, and he may not have got a trophy because he didn't complete, but that doesn't mean nothing. That guy is amazing. I met so many great people, and I can't wait for the next challenge. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be back. It's a hard one to decide, I'm not gonna lie. It beats you hard. It beats you real hard. That's just kind of my little blog, I guess. And again, as people know, I don't really like talking much on videos or anything, and it's probably a little soon to even try to describe what it is, but this is just something I thought I would put out there for anybody who went to the Dacre and decides to watch this video. Everybody that was there is a freaking winner. Everybody that tried this challenge is a winner, and I don't think anybody should feel discouraged on any level on the distance you made it. You did what you had to do, and that's a win to me. Have a good one. I got to do some cleaning because my machine is muddy. I got a little bit of damage, nothing too crazy. Got some bent lights, broken mirrors, some missing rivets plastic wise, some bald tires. These tires were new when I started this. And they are bald. So, but all in all, like, my machine held together. I made a deal with it. I was like, you get me to the end and I'll keep you together. Like, just get me there.